Bhavna, and you're watching India Today. The mood is celebratory right now in the nation, and it's all thanks to Jawan. And look who I have with me right here. It's Sanya Malhotra. Doctor, aka yeah, Dr. Hero. Good to go, Chief. But a huge welcome, firstly, Sanya. I have to tell you, one, watching you dance in the theater, celebrating with the audience was such a vision in itself. Second, I can tell you as a matter of fact that everyone around me, yes, they are talking about Jawan, but I had two or three friends who told me that, they're so happy for you. Seeing you share screen space with Shah Rukh Khan and just the film and your character being etched so well. I want to know has it sunk in as yet that, okay, this is what it is?
It has actually. I'm ecstatic, and this is the first time ever I'm enjoying a release of a film. This something like this happened when Dangal had come out. Very similar, but I was so new and overwhelmed that I didn't, fully. I was not fully out there enjoying with the audience. But the first day I saw it at Gatey Galaxy, and I couldn't stop myself from dancing. I was very happy to see myself on screen with SRK. And that day when we were shooting it also, I think I was on cloud nine. I think it's definitely a dream come true to be a part of a film this good. I feel extremely blessed, and I am so ecstatic and happy to see the response of the audience. I feel very, very blessed to be a part of it.
You know, when I was watching you perform, and I was like, oh my God, she's so good. Not that I never felt that. With every performance of yours, you elevate and you are always improving yourself as an actor. But I want to know, Dr. Iram, when it was first offered to you, did you just say yes, thinking that, acha chalo, Shah Rukh Khan hai, matlab, let's not even look at anything and just say yes? Or it was equally like the part is good, of course, Shah Rukh being one of the biggest reason, Atlee, and also it eventually also guarantees a big Bollywood number.
Yes, I think when it was offered to me, I knew. I spoke to Atlee, and he gave me like a gist of how the film is going to look like. It was not a gist; it was a long call, and he narrated me the entire script. He's very humble and very nice, and I fell in love with the script. And of course, I had already made up my mind in the first 5 minutes of that call that I'm in it. ठीक है ये call चलता रहेगा, but I am already in the film. So
I am also curious because that scene of yours where you are literally falling down and begging, and I just that those visuals are disturbing, and it's meant to be like that, right? Was that day difficult on set for you because you have to channelize all the pent up frustration, anger, and exhaustion, right, to be able to pull it off that way? Was it because otherwise it's all action and y'all are in full form doing everything else, but those few scenes where you literally have to show your emotional vulnerability, were those days difficult?
it was very heavy, I won't lie. Um, uh, and the credit goes to Atlee sir. So he gave me the direction right before we shot that scene in the hospital. The moment I enter, and I know that things have fallen apart completely. And he also gave direction to all the other actors who were there. And as soon as they called action and I entered, I think that boundary between real and real got blurred for me completely. It was so real, and all the other actors were performing so well, um, that whatever you're seeing on screen right now, I think in that moment for all of us, it was actually happening. And it felt very heavy. I think that was the last day of that schedule. I went back home with that heaviness. I was out of it physically, but mentally I was still there. And it took me 3 days to realize that it has impacted me in that way. It was devastating. I think my my brain actually thought that those kids are no more. And it was definitely, I have to give credit to Atlee so, because he is genius, as we all know now. And he did create something right there, which I think he has a very solid vision for as to how he wants the scenes to look like. And what I had to do was to completely surrender, and I think that really helped me to get that particular scene right for my character.
And it really, I mean, there are few moments in the film where I really teared up. Though that was one of the scenes where as an audience you just want to go inside and just hug and just say that it's okay. Just like I really, and I was just like, oh my god, you feel devastated watching it, and exactly that is how I felt. But also I was so happy to see you kick, like really, I can't use the word, but like really do some fun stuff on the truck. Otherwise, like in that hospital scene, like where there's a full powered action sequence in the beginning in the metro. Yeah, tell me. I mean, Priyamni told me that there was some training that did happen, because obviously it's not a very easy scenes to pull off, although
It's not even easy to carry those guns. We I think we had bruises, all of us had bruises all over our body, because the way you have to hold it and then it keeps hitting your thigh. So we all had the same bruises on all of us. And I after Dangal, this is my first action film. In Dangal I did wrestling, and I got into fitness after that. And I think I love fitness. I love working out. I love doing weird stuff at the gym. And people used to ask me, why do you do all of this? Your workouts are so hard. But mentally I was like, no, I'm preparing for a role that will for which I'll use all of this. And I never knew that I'll be using it for Jawan. My fitness, of course, I'm constantly manifesting roles.
one of the key factors in the film is the fact that, of course, it is about Vikram and Azad and their entire plan for revenge and everything, vigilante work. But I read something which was very interesting, is that although it is about that, it is the women who are actually protecting and saving Azad in most of the circumstances in the film. And it doesn't happen very often, especially when you have a superstar like Shah Rukh Khan in a film. I want to know, was that one of the reasons why you felt also secure being a part of an ensemble? Because at the end of the day, it is an ensemble cast, right? The fact that there is enough for you to do and we get noticed, and at the same time seeing an actor as secure as Shah Rukh, because not every superstar is comfortable letting women save them. How do you look at this perspective? Because when I read it, I was like, yeah, that's actually very true.
It's a beautiful example. I think a film this big sets a beautiful example for our industry, that um it's high time we should we should portray women the right way on screen. If a film like Jawan can do it, there is like please, if whatever film that you're making, you can do it too. And I'm glad that SRK let us take, like, he took a step back and he let us shine in the film like this. And for Atlee sir, the credit also goes to Atlee sir, that it's his creation, it's his vision at the end of the day. And yeah, I think as you said, it's always there in the forefront for me, whether it's Jawan or any other film that I have done till now. I think it's my responsibility as an actor to represent women the right way on screen. So I'm also naturally drawn and gravitate towards such character where women are very strong, and the way we are, so I think that this opportunity, I'm glad that I got.
What was your biggest takeaway, or maybe let me just ask you, the first day when you were shooting with Shah Rukh Khan, what was that reaction like? Because you've been wanting this for the longest time, and then it finally happens. Were you intimidated by any chance? Because I know it can happen.
There were times when I felt nervous, I'm not going to lie. There were times when I had to do a scene with him and I knew he was looking at me, and I was like, oh my god, how I'm going to do it. But he makes you feel very comfortable, yeah. I have to give it to him. It's never Shah Rukh Khan, the superstar on set. It was always Azad or Vikram Rathore in front of us. He's brilliant at what he does. He's so nice and down to earth. So there were times when I used to feel nervous, but वो हो जाता था. फिर वो action होते ही we were our characters. Yeah, but I was too excited and nervous when I first met him on set. That's the day we all realized that, okay, we were waiting and he was shooting for something else, and we got a call from set saying that sir is leaving and he wants to meet you all. And we all the six girls, we all rushed to the vanity, including my team. We were all getting ready They all did their makeup, wore the nicest outfits to meet Shah Rukh sir. मैंने पूरा perfume का bottle खत्म कर दिया. But I was too excited to meet him. Yeah, and that was the day when I realized that okay, this is finally happening. This was 2 years back.
But I am sure it's still very much like, it's as if it just happened. But I have to ask you, I asked Priyamini also, between Vikram and Azad, I couldn't choose. There were times I was just like, listen, both are great, but maybe Vikram a bit more hotter. I want to know if you had to choose between the two, who do you think?
I can't. No. Chief the chief hai. But Vikram Rathor's entry. I think. Yeah. I go crazy whenever I see it.
So you are also like us then. I remember I lost my voice after watching because of that.
ऐसे कुछ दिनों पहले. Otherwise, I couldn't talk at all. Yeah.
But another thing Priyamini told me is that there is the bond between you girls are so strong that you have a WhatsApp group.
Good to go, chief.
Tell
And
me a bit about that.
there are-
I asked her, is Shah Rukh part of it? She's like, no, we wouldn't dare that because we share the silliest things.
no, I hope that our chats never get out of that WhatsApp screen ever. But yeah, we are all on it. Leher, Sanjita, Girija, Priyamani, Ashlesha as well. So we have this WhatsApp group called Good to Go Chief. We're constantly updating each other about everything in our lives. Like Alia messaged a day back, ki, how are you guys feeling? I'm overwhelmed. So cute. And they're constantly like, what's going on in their minds or their mental state. It's like a collective therapy that we are doing at each other.
It takes time, because it's breaking record after record with
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah.
And I am feeling so aesthetic watching it because I'm just like, oh my god. This record is also broken, setting new records. But you're not new to this kind of record breaking numbers because Dangal, your first film in itself, did that. How is this different for you though?
I'm fully enjoying it for the first time ever. Because I was so new and naive, I would say, when Dangal came out. I couldn't process it for a long period of time. मुझे समझ ही नहीं आ रहा था कि क्या हो रहा है. Oh my god, why are people calling me? Why are they taking selfies with me? I was too new to it, and very nervous at all times. It was huge for us, and now I think 7 years down the line, I think I've learned a lot of things about films, and I'm fully enjoying this success. And the numbers that are coming out every day, I feel very happy and proud to be a part of a film like Jawan.
Do you think I mean, of course, there's a huge hint at the end that there might be a sequel coming to this. And now that we know that Dr. Iram is still around, hai na? So, is there plans? Have you already gotten the script for a sequel? What is happening?
No, I'm manifesting it. I hope they make.
Now, of course, you will be part of the sequel.
हाँ ना, ये होने तो वाला है. I'm going to be sure ये होगा. अगर जवान 2 होगी तो मैं तो हूँ उसमें पक्का.
But also tell me a bit about dancing because I know that that's like your first love. It's evident. And to dance with Shah Rukh in not one but 2 songs. Correct me, right? 2 songs. What was that like?
So Zinda Banda, when we were rehearsing, we had no idea how they're going to place us in the song. It's about Azad and all the other girls in the jail. It's like celebration. So we had no idea how they're going to shoot it. So as soon as our first shot with him, and they placed us, and I was right next to Shah Rukh sir, and I just couldn't believe it. And I was like, "ये shoot कब खत्म होगा? मुझे घर जाके मम्मी को बताना है." That was playing in my mind the whole time. I was ecstatic. I couldn't believe it. I was in a dream state for those 2 days. And I was like, is this really happening? Because I love dancing and I'm here doing it with my favorite person ever. We all couldn't believe it. It was a very special moment for us and a very special learning experience for all of us because he never sat down or chilled or nothing. It was so hot in Chennai when we were shooting it. But to see him put in that hard work really give us that, push to put in that hard work in that song too, and you can feel it when you're watching it on screen. When I was watching it at Gaiety on the first day, nobody was on their seats. As soon as as the song started playing, everyone was off the seats dancing, and that is such a special feeling as an actor. That's the ultimate validation that you can get from the audience.
You know, I want to now go back to your career graph because I've always been a fan of how you have literally manifested your way through picking up projects which at that point were considered unconventional, but 2 years, 3 years down the line, people can really look back and be like, oh my god, thank god she was part of this film because it really helped. Different story. When are there moments where you also look back at your career graph and just be thankful that okay, maybe at that point I was a little unsure of the choice, or maybe you don't know how it's going to pan out, but thank god I made those choices.
I'm never unsure about my choices ever. I'm very confident, and I truly, truly believe in my gut feelings about any film or a character that I'm doing. Um, I don't know how that happens, but I've, I've, I've no regrets in my career till now.
Do you think now with this success, people will also I mean, for the longest time, of course, you were doing the things that you're doing, but I feel that they were more content driven in ways where it's more niche. That do you think with this success now people will look at you in a different way and maybe give you more action oriented films as well, and more comedy, more different genres?
I think I'm already doing a lot of different kind of roles in films. I'm doing Sam Bahadur, which is going to come out in December, and then there is Mrs. I think I'm able to strike that balance for me as an actor, and script and the characters are always in the forefront when I'm choosing a film to do. So it's the story that takes over. It's the story that is the most important thing for me as an actor. बाकी अगर कोई अच्छी स्क्रिप्ट होगी एक्शन करने के लिए, कॉमेडी करने के लिए, so I'll be the first one to say yes.
Because comedy you've tried, action with this where you have
I
you're
would love
really,
that.
but like a, do you think it's about time that you also get a film where you are like an action superhero or something like a
Manifest it for me. Why not? Why not?
But do you think as an industry we are ready, we're there where we can have a film
Of course. There are so many films already where women are.
big budget mounted film where like a 300, 400.
We are 100% we are ready. As I said, Jawan has set that example for our industry already. There's Nayanthara doing amazing stunts. There's Deepika. There's Priyamani, Girija, Leher. There are so many amazing women in our film who are performing so well. So it has set that example and benchmark for our industry for sure.
Lovely. On a parting note, now I have to ask you your favorite part of the film, like one scene. I have too many, so don't ask me about it. But if you had to pick, because I know that you're closer to the film because you're part of it, literally. But if you had to pick that one scene which stands out for you, which defines Jawan to you,
One would be a very difficult one. I'll start with Leher's sequence. She's amazing in it. And then Vikram Rathor's entry. Vikram Rathor's entry in the film was so good. Zinda Banda. Deepika's sequence was so good. Nayanthara's entry at the metro station and her action outside the hospital. Then विजय सेतुपति क्या सीन है अब ये लोग गाना गाना स्टार्ट करेंगे मारो इनको बहुत अच्छा सीन है वो वाला that part. Yeah, Santa Claus one was hilarious as well. And all the action sequence in the film. There are so many things that I love. I can't pick.
yeah, it's a wholesome film together. So I am going again to watch it, obviously.
Too, tomorrow.
So we are all just celebrating. We are in this mood for celebration, and it is going to continue for quite some time. So thank you, firstly, for all this entertainment. I think we all needed it, and we are so glad. That's why the love is pouring so much. And honestly, Sanya, I just hope that you keep doing the kind of work that you do because it makes me also very, very happy.
Thank you. That means a lot to me. That's very, very kind of you.